Hi and welcome to a cEDH Boros deck tech video with the Jolly Baloon Man. So this commander is very similar to Kiki. It is a white, red and 1 colorless, 3 mana total for a 1/4 human clown. It comes with haste and an activated ability. 1 generic, then tap, create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control, except it's a 1/1 red balloon creature in addition to its other colors and types, and it has flying and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. So yes, a Kiki variant. And by the way, Kiki will be inside the decklist. But with the color identity of Boros, we're getting access to some key white cards. For example, Village Bell Ringer. Village Bell Ringer would go infinite with Kiki and this commander. But now I know what you're going to say. This doesn't work, you have to have a generic colorless mana to activate the boss. And that's why we need mana dorks. Now we don't have access to green mana dorks, so we have to do what we can with Boros mana dorks, but also man lands. For example, if you have a Mutavault in play as a creature and Village Bell Ringer and your commander, you have infinite. Because Mutavault will be untapped in every ETB from the Village Bell Ringer. So a creature like Celios Conscript that only untaps one thing won't work. You have to play creatures that somehow untaps all creatures. But any creature that can generate extra combat steps will also work. Like Combat Celebrant. Because what these extra combat steps creature usually does is give you an effect that is untapping all your creatures. And this naturally means that you can sit and attack forever. Here I would also love to mention Goblin Welder. This is a mana dork. Let's say you have Sol Ring in play, and any other mana rock in your graveyard. You can use your Goblin Welder to sacrifice your tapped mana rock to put your Sol Ring into play, and then in each iteration of this, just swap positions with the Sol Ring and the thing in your graveyard. This is how you make Goblin Welder into a mana dork. But we should also mention Underworld Breach. Because during the game you might be able to get your hands on Grinding Station and a Dockside Extortionist. As your commander can make a token copy out of Dockside Extortionist, you're going to generate a lot more artifacts on ETB. Each token artifact entering is going to trigger Grinding Station, and you can sacrifice all of these token artifacts into Grinding Station to mill your library. If you're able to hit both Sevin's Reclamation and Underworld Breach, and still have mana to flashback Sevin's Reclamation from your graveyard, as you can use Grinding Station Underworld Breach to sculpt your graveyard. Because of this, it could be good to have extra layered potential combos that you're winning with from this position. Here I would love to mention the mono-red dual custom mage twin flame combo. This doesn't require your commander whatsoever, as you will make infinite dual custom mages and attack and win. But if you've already gone to combat, there's an upgraded potential with this combo. Let's say we have a Delny Streetwise Lookout in play. On dual custom mage ETB with Delny, you're going to generate 2 ETB triggers. So if you have both Twin Flame and Lightning Bolt on stack, the double dual custom mage ETB can trigger both of these. This means you're gonna copy Lightning Bolt dealing 3 more damage to anything, and make a copy of Twin Flame that will make a secondary dual custom mage ETB. Delny will once again copy the dual custom mage ETB, and you can target both Twin Flame and Lightning Bolt again. And here you have a loop of infinite damage without going to combat. And this is a setup that can be achieved with Underworld Breach Grinding Station. I would love to give a shout out to another content creator named Josh. He is actually the creator of this decklist, and a member of the PUNT Pals podcast. Link in the description below of the video to the PUNT Pals ramblings. But Josh have been able to find a lot of different cards that is somehow going to create a victory. As there are so many different variations of potential ways to achieve a combo here, the deck naturally becomes quite consistent, as it doesn't really matter what you draw into, as long as you're drawing into a mana dork, and second, a form of all creature untap effect, you can suddenly go infinite. As well as playing some spot removals like Lightning Bolt and Path to Exile and Swords to Plowshare. As well as control magic like Deflecting Swat, Red Elemental Blast, Silence and Pyroblast. But because there's space extra, there's even room for Orim's Chant, another silence variant. But as the name of the game is to win fast, we're both playing Last Chance, Warrior's Oath, and Final Fortune. Now, these extra red turn spells are quite risky, but if you're able to win on your next turn, you don't need to worry about losing. Thank you so much Josh for putting this deck together. And thank you for watching. Boros is currently in a struggling position, and it's far from one of the better options that you can play. But this commander definitely have some stuff going for it at the very least. If brought to a tournament, I believe that this commander will be somewhat struggling, but it should definitely be able to win a game here and there. In any case, take care guys, and I'll see you in the next one.